Hello everyone, this is Kostas from Bit, and I'm here with you today in order to share some really exciting news about Bit starting supporting Next.js. As you might know, Bit is a build system for composable software. It makes the composition of applications from independently versioned components seamless and fast. The core innovation of Bit is the Bit component, a container for composable software components. You can think about it as a next generation package. It is extensible, portable and seamless to maintain. Most often, people use Bit to run a monorepo, a polyrepo or distributed architecture, and this is why we want to start supporting Next.js with Bit. Next.js is a React meta framework that enables you to create full-stack web applications by extending the latest React features and is used from some of the largest companies in the world. To start off, I would like to create a new Bit workspace by creating a Bit new. Next.js is my starter and for the workspace, and I'm gonna define a new workspace name that is gonna be called my Next.js workspace. Define the env, which is gonna be used for generating this new workspace, and this is the newly introduced bitdev Next.js/Next.js env. And finally, I'm gonna define a scope that I'm gonna use in order to later on export my components. So with this, we're gonna be starting generating a new workspace and install all the dependencies. So now that this process has been completed successfully, we can see the successful message over here that the new workspace has been created and some commands that we can try inside our workspace. Now inside this folder, I'm going to start my editor, and here I want us to focus in this scope that we have just created, my Next.js scope. Inside this scope, we have actually created a custom environment that we're going to be using for our application, and this is my Next.js env, and the application that we have just introduced is my Next.js application. Inside this folder is nothing different from a common Next.js app. So what I'm gonna do now, in order to understand a bit more about this workspace, I'm gonna list the components of this workspace, and this is nothing more than what we have just described. So it is the Next.js application and also the env that we just mentioned. And if I want to take some more details about any of these components, I can run bit show, which is gonna return a lot of information about this specific component. Like for example, this component name, the application name, which is apps/my Next.js app, the ID of the component inside the bit context, and the package name that you can use in order, for example, if you wanted to consume this application for some reason, along with a lot of dependencies like dev dependencies or pure dependencies like Next.js, as you can see here. And now I'm going to run this Next.js application, which is now available in localhost 3000. And when I open the localhost 3000, we can see that the same exact application is now running in this port, and this is the boilerplate that Next.js is using when you're actually creating a new Next.js application. And what I would like us to try is to edit something in this page. So inside the app folder, we can find the page tsx, and here we can say with bit. And saving this and going back to, you can see that this message has now been updated, and that's really great. Along with that, I would like us to try something more. I will stop this application and now we'll run the bit templates command, which is gonna return the templates available inside this workspace for us to create new components. So if I create a Next.js another Next.js application based on this template. This is gonna be called apps/mysecond.Next.js app. And when this is created, you're gonna notice a new folder that has been created along with my previous Next.js app. So now I'm going to be able to run this application, my second Next.js app, and this is gonna start the second application in this localhost 3000. So I'm going to refresh, and you can see that the actual message has gone back to the original version of the boilerplate. To make things a bit more interesting, I have prepared here a playground, the one that Next.js is using for the latest app folder structure. So in this playground, we are actually able to test out new features that Next.js is supporting, like the nested layouts, as you can see here with different tabs, the grouped layout as well, and many more features from latest Next.js, along with streaming with suspense and React server components, like here in this example from this boilerplate. And this is a great opportunity for you to test out the latest Next.js features along with Bit. Finally, in order to get more updated and get the latest updates about Bit, you can actually head over to bit.dev, and here in the docs section you can find the Next.js defined documentation, and here you can learn more about how you can actually create the workspace, what we just did right now, and create other components like your custom Next.js env and many more, like your development tools and the dependencies that you would like to define inside your Next.js Bit application component. So write your comments below what else you would like to learn about this new initiative and Next.js inside Bit. Follow us on our newsletter and our community Slack. You can find the links below in the description. And don't forget to like and subscribe to get the latest news about Bit and Next.js. Thank you very much.